Check the mic and make sure it sound right.
Hi, I'm DK Will. This is DK Will Talk About It. And any of us who are deemed part of the XRP army have undergone roughly 3 years of this debacle here, where the SEC brought charges against Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, and Chris Larson. And in that litigation, we just come out of it where the SEC lost some of its power, kind of got neutered a little bit. And the purpose of this video is to show, just like I spoke of in a prior video about this decision, how it was kind of a two-edged sword. Because the narrative made you think that it was us against the SEC, and the SEC had none of our concerns at heart. So let me be clear. I still don't think they have any of our concerns at heart, but for some reason I do believe that those powers that be have a code of where they have to tell you what they're doing in some clandestine manner, pretty much hiding in plain sight. And so what eventually happened with this decision was that everyone was expecting a boom, boom, boom in the price of XRP, and the boom, boom, boom didn't really happen. It was just a boom. Okay. And so now Gary has turned his attention to something else, but first we'll address how we looked at this decision, because what it did was kind of expose us to market manipulation without recourse. So let's listen in to that prior video. So the whales have been on a buying spree, and now they can impact the market. And that because of this ruling, remember, it's good news and it's bad news. Because of this ruling here that the sales are not securities, well, if they're not securities, then the Securities and Exchange has no jurisdiction over it. And therefore, if they do things like market manipulation, they haven't violated anything. I apologize for bogey. So covertly, they are protected, and in their protection, what they are doing, having accumulated, is shaking it away from the retail hands, because that's the only place they can get it. Yes, that is. We are primarily the only place they can get it on the open markets, but yes, they can obviously manipulate the price. And this next target of Gary Gensler, see, he's moved on, and he's going after AI. I'm going to show you how AI has a major role in manipulating that market. So when SEC's Gary Gensler changing course is the question, yes, he suggested AI is a regulatory priority over cryptocurrency. Now, like I've said in the past many times, I think they speak in codes, and I think the dichotomy of all this is both sides are working for one goal, just making it look like it's a battle for us to be engrossed in if you allow yourself to be subjected to the narratives, but I don't. I try to look behind, like I said, those seams and try to get the beam of light here. But does AI play a major role? Well, Gary's targeting AI next. And this goes on to say here, get to that later, this is my second take on this one. Gensler, who has gained notoriety in the cryptocurrency over the past months, that would be years, because of the series of regulatory enforcement actions against various crypto businesses and personalities, is seemingly shifting its focus from cryptocurrency to artificial intelligence and emerging tech that, according to him, is the most transformative technology of this generation that requires preparation for its influence on financial markets. Hence, it warrants the hype. That's little speak whispering to those who know that maybe you want to turn your attention to AI as a source of investment, just like maybe you want to turn your attention to Ripple and XRP as a source of investment. And in the meantime, I'm going to put the fear into the masses so that the prices remain relatively low, so that we can all, meaning him and his cohorts, buy high and then kind of absorb the market. Okay, that's kind of where I'm going with this, because Gary Gensler has turned his attention now to AI. And AI is one of the most transformative technologies of our time. It's artificial intelligence. I'm going to stay off of another topic about that. We'll see if I get on it later. My thoughts on AI. So Gary Gensler now is to focus on AI. He says we can get to crypto later. He says AI can obscure the identity of wrongdoers is one of his concerns. Is that really one of his concerns? I don't know. Do I think that they're going to try to shut AI down? No. And I'm going to show you why I say no. But Gensler brought up several significant risks on the ongoing AI boom that the ongoing AI boom brings to financial markets, such as mass automation, and that's where we're going to go, folks, which can have cascading ramifications for trillions of dollars in assets that trades in markets monitored by the SEC. Basically, we're sorry, SEC, we won't need you for that. But that's where I'm going next, in harmony with that market manipulative power that's been clandestinely handed over to the institutions that have the money that actually moves the markets. We're going to see how AI plays just as much as a role in it as the most transformative technology, and on-demand liquidity has also been attacked by Gensler. Moving on topic, this article here, which is 2 days old, today's August 4th of 2023, it says AI, not crypto, is the next frontier for financial regulation, says Chair Gary Gensler. Is it the next frontier? Well, it says here artificial intelligence represents a potentially transformative and highly disruptive force for the financial industry. Rather than the usual suspects of cryptocurrencies and digital tokens, it's the implications of AI that have been central to Gensler's concerns lately. Well, we know he moved on because his power to go after the cryptocurrency exchanges, currencies particularly, is very weakened by the outcome of the decision. But we can see here that he's now going after AI. And as I mentioned, I asked, is AI going anywhere? No, because he's correct. He's correct about AI. It's not going to go anywhere, and it is the next frontier for financial regulation. How can we say that with such certainty? Well, what if I showed you that the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, has a blog on how artificial intelligence could widen the gap between rich and poor nations? So are they giving their attention to artificial intelligence? They absolutely are. Their research staff, finds that new technology risks widening the gap between rich and poor countries by shifting more investment to advanced economies where automation is already established. Well, that makes sense. You can't take advantage of the implications of AI unless you have the technology at hand to be using AI. But AI is a reality, you see, because this IMF blog is not alone. If you look over here at the World Bank, the World Bank did an article in May of 2021 that global development and a digital economy, analytical insights from the World Bank. And when you look at it, it says harnessing artificial intelligence for development in the post-COVID-19 era in this May article. And even then it was saying artificial intelligence has rapidly emerged as an important topic for the global development agenda. AI is the real deal, folks. Okay, so now let's listen in on a recent video I did back last year, retail investors versus artificial intelligence bots, or something like that title. I'll make sure I put the cards in the video so they show up at an opportune time. But listen in, because when this is discussing these artificial bots that are doing the trading, it is discussing. And that's not a guess, AI, folks, because as you can see here from the Market Realist, in this article, talking about what are the best trading bots from January of this year. Well, what we're taking out of this article is this point right here. We know that institutional investors are the ones with the real money, really impacting the price. And we know that retail investors are led to believe that they are, and pulled along with a hook in the nose to sell when they want the retail investor to sell, and to buy when they want the retail investor to buy. But trading robots or bots, trading bots have become so popular that they're estimated to account for up to 80% of the crypto trading volume. Yes, 80% of the crypto trading volume being conducted by these giant institutional money is controlled by robots that understand the psychology of the market and are playing the average retail investor. And if you come to the place where you recognize that the retail investor does not impact the price the way you are led to believe, because when you sell your 2,000 coins at 10 cents, it is nothing compared to their 2 million coins at $20. Do you understand what I'm saying? So to beat this game, you cannot believe what they tell you. You cannot do what they say you're doing. You have to do what they are doing. And what are they doing? Well, let me take you to private investment, which is generally reserved for institutional investors and accredited investors. And let me show you how they view artificial intelligence. I'm pretty sure I've shared with my audience that I invested in LINQTO and chose some investments there. And that's where the smaller guy has an opportunity to jump on private investing. That's private investing in the equity of companies before they go public, much like Ripple. I mean, you can go buy Ripple equity on LINQTO. But what I'd like to show you is here, if you go to invest. So where is the smart money going? Well, notice here, there's Cerebus. You see here it says artificial intelligence, correct? Cerebus that you can get for about $21.06 a share. Your minimum investment is $5,000 here. But if you go down a little further, then you have Snap Logic. You can get it for $5.52 on LINQTO. I think I'll put a link in the description if I didn't already. I'm not sure there's one here for this video. But going on, you can see here artificial intelligence, H2O AI. It's fully subscribed. So the smart money is bought it all up and is waiting for it to come out again. It's not alone. It's not alone. If you go here to Samba Nova, it is also fully subscribed. Artificial intelligence. You notice under the heading artificial intelligence. How about this one here, ASAP? ASAP, you can get it for $8.25, a New York company, but it's artificial intelligence. So can you see how much of, I'm skipping over the other asset types, specifically for the AI, because that's what this video is about. Here's Standard, fully subscribed, an AI technology company. So does the smart money think AI is the place to go? Absolutely yes. So can we view Mr. Gary Gensler as perhaps being a financial whisperer? Well, I think we can, because he says AI will probably spark the next financial meltdown. Well, meltdown doesn't sound good, does it? Well, if the smart money's going there, I don't think they're expecting a meltdown. So who are they really trying to say is going to melt down? Could it be us, the little guy, the retail investor? Well, let's listen in on another one of my earlier videos. The cards will show up to address them, but let's just listen in on this one here and see what it has to say. And as you can see, retail investors, consumers, guppies, minnows that they see us as is dwindling according to them. But underneath that undercurrent is the smart ones, the savvy ones who recognize that the best way to play this game is to not fall to the psychology of the market and to not be amongst those when this starts picking up here, which it's coming, where the optimism and then everybody says, oh, I got to go get me some Bitcoin. I've seen it happen literally to my face. And people start buying in, believing in all these exorbitant returns. And these exorbitant returns are coming. But you'll notice on the way up, there's ups and there's downs, there's ups and there's downs, there's ups and there's downs, there's ups and there's downs. And most people, I'm sorry for those accidental clicks, most people can't take those ups and those downs. That churning just rots their gut. And they capitulate early. And I don't want any of us to capitulate early. I also don't want us to lose. And we can see this article here, August 1 of this year. AI gains traction as a surveillance tool. So it's not conjecture and it's not speculation that AI trading bots are running this market, learning at the speed of quantum technology on human psychology and manipulating the markets accordingly for their end goal. I'm sorry, lady heard a dog bark. And so when the top financial market regulators on both sides of the Atlantic deliver speeches about the same technology within 6 days of each other, that's a strong sign that that technology is an important topic. So is Gary barking up the right tree? Yeah, Gary's barking up the right tree. This is the case where the generative artificial intelligence, which Financial Conduit Authority Chief Executive Nikhil Rathi addressed on July 12th, and U.S. Securities and Exchange Commissioner Gary Gensler spoke about on July 17th. It's here and it's happening, folks. The AI is going to be there, and if you let yourself fall prey to the psychology of the market, you're going to fail. Because those computers can think way faster and sharper than we can, and they are unimpacted in any way whatsoever by emotions. So what do we do? Well, for the answer, let's listen again in on that prior video, retail investor versus the artificial intelligent bots, who wins? Because principled advice is timeless. So let's listen on into what was said in the past, because it's a beginning, at least, to an explanation of what should we do. But trying to, like I mentioned in a prior video, trying to ride this up without an already established plan usually leads to the crash and the crash. And you find yourself on this side of the equation, hoping that you got out, with a better price than what you got in with. And so if you really want to take advantage of the market that's coming, don't wait until it starts. Because as we have seen, the retail investor does not make the market. The retail investor does not make the price. The retail investor is getting played by artificial intelligence that understands exactly what I'm showing you here. The psychology of the market. The retail loses on this side of the equation. And we did not invest to lose on any side of the equation. So we know that the artificial intelligence is there, and we know that it's taking in information to manipulate the masses. We know that Gary is almost a financial whisperer who is pointing the direction for the wealthy to know where to go and where to take over. And so what should we do? If we're already there, stay there. And if we're not there, get there before they get there or finish getting there at this point. I'm DK Will. This is DK Will Talk About It. And I've talked about it. Have a wonderful day.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right.